Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Do you know? Sean Fraser, the Minister of Immigration, announced significant modifications to the government's online processing timelines tool on December 14th. Customers of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC now have access to more precise timelines for the processing of their applications. Well, in this episode, we'll let you know the current processing times which are updated by IRCC. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. The updated processing time projections will take into account both the number of applications being handled and the most recent operational reality. Thanks to them, future immigrants will be able to make arrangements based on a more precise time frame. The IRCC's initiative to modernize the immigration system includes this modification to the official government website. Let us first discuss how processing times are calculated. Based on how long it took to handle 80% of the applications in the past, IRCC gauges processing timeframes, and immigration officers' judgment on a completed application triggers the start of the processing time, which lasts until that day. When a full application is received in an IRCC mailroom, the processing time for applicants who submit applications by mail begins. The processing period begins when an application is submitted, whether online or in person. Well, let us begin with economic class immigration. The current processing time, as of December 14, 2022, for Express Entry Canadian Experience Class, CEC, is 21 months. As of December 14, 2022, the current processing time for Express Entry under the Federal Skilled Worker Program, FSWP, is 29 months. The current processing time, as of December 14, 2022, for the Express Entry Federal Skilled Trades Program, FSTP, is 62 months. The current processing time as of December 14, 2022, for Express Entry Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, is 13 months. The current processing time as of December 14, 2022, for Non-Express Entry Aligned PNP, is 22 months. The current processing time as of December 14, 2022, for Quebec Skilled Worker Streams, is 21 months. The current processing time for the Quebec Business Class is 65 months, and for Federal Self-Employed Persons, it is 42 months. And current processing time for Atlantic Immigration Program and Startup Visa is 12 months and 32 months respectively. For caregivers and pilots, there are no processing times available. Now, let us talk about the processing time for family class immigration. For a spouse or common law partner living in Canada, it is 14 months. For a spouse or common law partner living outside Canada, it is 18 months. For parents or grandparents, it is 38 months. For dependent children, it varies by country. The adoption of a child or relative also varies by country. Now, moving on to refugees and humanitarian and compassionate H&C applicants. For government-assisted refugees and privately sponsored refugees, it varies by country. And current processing time for protected persons and convention refugees in Canada is 25 months. Processing times for H&C cases is 16 months. Now, coming on a temporary residence application. For a visitor visa outside Canada, a work permit outside Canada, and for parents or grandparents, the processing time varies by country. Now, if we talk about the processing time for a visitor visa inside Canada, it takes 23 days online and 50 days by paper. For visitor extensions, the processing time is 193 days online and 163 days on paper. If we talk about the processing time for a study permit outside Canada, it is 9 weeks. If we talk about the processing time for a study permit inside Canada, it is 4 weeks. Processing time for study permit extension is 91 days online and 108 days by paper. For a work permit inside Canada, initial application or extension, The current processing time is 167 days online and 78 days on paper. If we talk about International Experience Canada, it is 5 weeks. And processing time for electronic travel authorization is 5 minutes. For the last International Experience Canada season, there is no processing time available. Let us now tell you the processing time for citizenship. The current processing time for a citizenship grant is 24 months. The current processing time for a citizenship certificate, proof of citizenship, is 16 months. For the resumption of citizenship, it is 34 months. For renunciation of citizenship, it is 16 months. And for the search of citizenship records, it is 16 months. Now, coming to citizenship for adopted persons. For Part 1 it is 11 months. And for Part 2, it varies by complexity. Now, let us talk about permanent resident, PR cards. For renewing or replacing a PR card, the processing time is 84 days. And the wait for the first card is 92 days. Finally, let us talk about replacing or amending documents, verifying the status. For verification of status, it takes 22 weeks. For the replacement of valid temporary resident documents, it takes 5 weeks. For amendments to immigration documents, it takes 27 weeks. And for amendments to valid temporary resident documents, it takes 4 weeks. That is all we have for today, in this episode. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know, in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire episode. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.